A single knock at the door. Not the rhythmic tapping of an invited guest. Not the pattern of thumps to get a homeowner's attention. Just a single knock. Assuming it to be a noise of nature, especially considering that the time was 11 p.m., I left it. I live alone and expected no visitors that night. But then it came again. The second, yet still painfully single knock. Expecting a bat or other creature to be somehow stuck, I opened the door to investigate. If this noise had continued, I knew I wouldn't be able to sleep. This still rang true as fact, but not because of the noise. I couldn't sleep that night because of what I saw. Standing outside, in a place that had been void of anything just moments ago, was now a gray figure. It was humanoid, but a far stretch away from human. I can only describe its features as empty. No soul behind them. A vessel that could move and imitate life, but was in no way alive. It had no eyes, and yet I felt it staring right through me as I froze in fear. Its thin posture was only slightly taller than me. As weak as it looked, I knew that it would be a bad idea to mess with it. Slits all over its skin opened, as thick blood began to ooze from these new wounds. From each one, a chain shot out, burying themselves into the ground. A mouth which I had not noticed before opened. Its teeth were many. It let out a shriek as it grew taller. The rusted chains creaked and clanged as the figure struggled. They were pulling it down. It did not struggle by attempting to get away. Its growth seemed to be how it planned to escape. For every inch the chains pulled it down, it would grow 2 inches. It had become an immovable tower of fear. If reality does not truly exist, this thing is what makes me agree. It fed on the terror of those around it. It reached the size of my house, and the chains began to work twice as hard. The figure became stiffer as moving became more difficult. It sunk into the ground, continuing its cry. The screams are etched into my brain. Soon, only its now stretched, disfigured head remained. Its growth had caused the head to distort, its inhuman mouth screeching in my face, before being totally dragged under. There I stood, on the edge of the pitch black outside, as the light from my hallway spilled out. No evidence of the horrors remained. Looking down the street, I could see only houses. Everything was quiet. Everything except my mind. I stood like that for a few moments, I didn't feel any presence of danger anymore. I felt numb. The terrors of mere seconds before contrasted heavily with the empty night before me. I couldn't shake off the feeling that if I hadn't opened the door, if I hadn't decided to look into the abyss of the night, the creature would have allowed itself into my home. The process of it being cast back into the underworld only began when I saw it. In a way, despite my fear running deep, I had still faced it. Perhaps I should look for the source of unknown noises more often. After all, what's scarier than that which you cannot find?